Malaysian Nyonya Acar Awak. Hey, do you know Malaysia has its own version of kimchi, long before kimchi became famous? Yes, Malaysia's kimchi with a Peranakan twist. This is Nyonya Acar Awak, a heritage Peranakan pickle from Malacca. It's bold, crunchy, sweet, sour, spicy, and completely addictive. Just like kimchi, it's a preserved vegetable dish. Kimchi is a staple Korean side dish of salted and fermented vegetables, most commonly napa, cabbage, or radish, seasoned with ingredients like garlic, ginger, and chili powder for a tangy, spicy, and savory flavor. But this one is infused with Malaysian rempah, tamarind, peanuts, and sesame seeds. Today, I'm teaching you my trusted Nyonya Acar Awak recipe, step by step, with all the secrets to keep it crunchy, fragrant, and never watery. Acar Awak is a dish deeply rooted in Peranakan Nyonya kitchens, especially in Malacca. It was traditionally made during festive seasons, Chinese New Year's, weddings, or big family gatherings. Every family has their own version, but the soul of acar is always the same: layers of flavor, patience, and respect for spices. And today, I will show you how to make it at home, using ingredients that are easy to find while keeping it authentic. Let's start with the vegetables. Acar Awak is all about texture, crunchy, snappy, and vibrant. First, the crunch. We are using 1 carrot, 1 cucumber. First, peel the carrot and trim off the ends. Cut the carrot into 3 to 4 cm long sections, about the length of your index finger. Traditional Nyonya Acar uses long, elegant pieces, not cubes, not thin shreds. After cutting into short logs, now take each section and slice it lengthwise into thin patterns. You want them about half a cm thick, long and flat, sturdy enough to stay crunchy after pickling. Too thin and they will go limp. Too thick and the rempah won't cling properly. Now next, for cucumbers, always remove the seeds. The seeds hold a lot of water, and water is the enemy of good acar. Use a teaspoon and take out all the seeds really easily. If you want crunchier cucumber, keep the skin. If not, you can peel off the cucumber skin. Just like the carrot, cut the cucumber into 3 to 4 cm lengths. Then slice each piece into long strips, similar thickness to the carrot. Our goal is matching size, matching length, so everything pickles evenly. Once your carrot and cucumber are cut properly, we can move on to the most important step, drawing out the moisture. And this is where good acar becomes great. Mix our carrots and cucumbers with 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt flakes. This goes into the fridge for 30 minutes. This is how we draw out the moisture so the pickle stays crisp for a month. While mixing, if you're new to my channel, welcome! Please remember to subscribe my channels and click on the notification bell so that you won't miss out any upcoming recipes. Alright, let's move on to our stove. Using a head-clad frying pan, dried. Make sure that we are doing the roasting and toasting our crushed peanuts. Heat a dry pan over low to medium heat. Add the peanuts. Remember, no oil. Toast slowly, stirring constantly until they turn lightly golden and your kitchen smells nutty and warm. Do not rush this step. Burnt peanuts will make your acar bitter. Once done, set it aside. Besides carrot and cucumber, acar always includes a mix of vegetables, each chosen for texture, color, and how well they absorb the rempah. We are using 70-gram long green beans. Trim off the ends, cut the beans into 3 to 4 cm length, the same length as your carrot and cucumber. This keeps everything balanced. 70-gram cauliflower. Cut the cauliflower into small bite-sized florets. Not too big, not too tiny. Large pieces stay raw inside. Small pieces break apart during mixing. For cabbage leaves, we use 70 grams. Make sure they remove the thick ribs. Use only the leafy part. Remove the thick stem. It's too watery and fibrous. Tear or cut the leaves into rough 3 to 4 centimeters pieces. This gives you softness without losing the structure. Alright, now go over to the stove again. Boil the half of the pot around 600 milliliter water. Pots of water coming to a boil. Blanching is not cooking. It's a quick heat shock to soften the fibers, lock in the color, remove raw grassy flavors of all these 3 types of vegetables. Now, let's add 2 tablespoons of white rice vinegars. I always add white vinegar to the blanching water. This does 3 things. Keeps vegetables bright in color, lightly firms the texture so they stay crunchier, reduces excess vegetable smell. This is a traditional technique in many Nyonya kitchens. The moment they soften slightly, remove them. Do not overcook. Drain them using the sieve. Drain immediately, no soaking. Oversoak vegetables will release water later and ruin your acar. Now dry everything very well. Use paper towels. Every drop of water you remove now means better texture later. This is my secret step. Set your oven to 50 Celsius. Spread the vegetables in a single layer on the oven tray. Dry them for about 40 minutes. This step is to remove hidden moisture, concentrate its flavor. Now let's prepare our rempah ingredients. 2 stalks of bruised lemongrass, white part only, set it aside. 4 centimeters of galangal, slightly sliced. Galangal is sharper than ginger. It adds heat, citrus notes, and complexity. 3 centimeters of fresh turmeric. Turmeric gives earthy warmth, natural color, and depth. 1 shallot. Shallots give sweetness. And also 1 red onion, about half of the red onions, which gives body. Together, they form the foundation of our rempah. For garlic cloves, garlic adds depth and savory warmth. Everything slightly sliced and input into our food processor. Wear your food glove, and we're going to cut 2 fresh red chillies. Make sure that remember to deseed. Fresh chilies give color and gentle heat. Of course, remove the seeds so that the heat is balanced. Acar awak should be bold, not painful or too spicy. And then lightly chop it for our food processor later. Next ingredient is our 4 soaked dry chilies. Dry chilies are essential. They give deeper red color, smokier heat, longer lasting flavor. Soaking softens them, making the paste smooth, not grainy. Alright, let's start to blend our rempah properly, because how you blend it affects how it cooks later. Start with harder ingredients at the bottom, which is galangal and turmeric. Then add shallot, red onion, and garlic. Close the food processor lid and blend it all over again. Pro tips here is always use a spoon, scrape down from the food processor's bowl into the middle, and now add in our handful of dry shrimp. Make sure that it's washed and soaked before, and add on all our fresh cut chilies and also the dry chilies. Blend again for 10 to 15 seconds. This final blend makes the paste uniform and prevents burning during cooking. Look at the color, so beautiful. Now we cook the rempah. This step cannot be rushed. Heat olive oil in a white pan over medium heat. Enough oil to coat the pan. The oil protects the paste from burning. When the oil is heated, place in our bruised lemongrass and stir fry for a couple of minutes. Once it's turned into golden brown, or you can smell the super fragrant lemongrass, you can remove all these lemongrass stalks from the pan. Now add the blended rempah into the pan. Immediately add half a cup of water. This water allows the rempah to cook slowly, release aroma without scorching. Cover the lid and let it shimmer. After 10 to 15 minutes, you will see changes of the paste, darkens, thickens, and smell fragrant. Then oil starts to separate. This is called bechamel. Once the rempah has reached bechamel, it's finally ready to be seasoned. 1 teaspoon of sea salt, 1 tablespoon of custard white sugar. The white sugar gives clean sweetness. 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar. The coconut sugar adds caramel depth. Together, they create complexity. Add 1 teaspoon of tamarind paste. Tamarind gives that gentle, fruity sourness, not sharp like vinegar, but rounded. This is what makes acar refreshing. Cover the pot lid and let it shimmer for a few minutes. Lower the heat. Taste it. Is it sweet enough or sour balance? Does the salt wake it up? This step is personal adjust until it feels right. Now only add vegetables after all the seasoning is perfect. If you season after adding vegetables, they will release water and dilute the flavor. Add all your dry vegetables into the pan, turn off the heat. Gently fold until every piece is coated. Do not cook. The vegetables are already prepared. We are coating, not frying. Last chance is you still can use paper towel to pat dry all the vegetables again before mixing into the acar. Now fold in 40 gram toasted crushed peanuts. This will add crunch, nuttiness, and richness. Finish with 1 tablespoon toasted sesame seeds. Sesame seeds are not just garnish, they leave the aroma and complete the dish. Do a quick stir and now do a final texture check. You want glossy coating, vegetables still crisp, peanuts chunky, not powdery. This is proper Nyonya Acar Awak. At this point, you can serve it immediately or let it rest overnight for deeper flavor. Alternatively, you can store the Acar Awak in a clean sterilized glass jar and keep it in the fridge. Always use a dry, clean spoon when serving. When stored properly, it will keep for up to 1 week, and the flavors will continue to deepen as it rests. Incredible! It's got the heat, the tang, and that unbelievable crunch. Just recap my Nyonya Acar Awak recipe, or you can go to hankery.com for printout recipe. And if you are not a fan of heat, you have to check out my next video, a refreshing non-spicy vegetables pickle acar that's perfect for summer. If you enjoy this spicy Malaysian classic, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss out any recipes. See you in the next one.